Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chapter 25. Maitreya Uvacha Iti Sandishya Bhagavan Barhish Barhishadairabhipujitaha Pashyatam Rajaputranam Tatraivantardadhe Haraha. The great sage Maitreya continued speaking to Vidura. My dear Vidura, in this way, Lord Shiva instructed the sons of King Barhishat. The sons of the king also worshipped Lord Shiva with great devotion and respect. Finally, Lord Shiva became invisible to the princes. Rudrageetam Bhagavataha Stotram Sarve Prachetasah Japantaste Tapaste Pur Varshanayutam Jale. All the Pracheta princes simply stood in the water for 10,000 years and recited the prayers given to them by Lord Shiva. Prachina Barhisham Kshaktaha Karmaswasaktamanasam Narodhyatma Tattvajnaha Krupaluh Pratyabodayat. While the princes were undergoing severe austerities in the water, their father was performing different types of fruitive activities. At this time, the great sage Narada, master and teacher of all spiritual life, became very compassionate upon the king and decided to instruct him about spiritual life. Kshetrastvam kamadadrajan karmanatmana ihase dukkahani sukhavaptihi shreyastanneha cheshyate. Narada Muni asked King Prachina Barhishit, My dear king, what do you desire to achieve by performing these fruitive activities? The chief aim of life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy happiness. But these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. Rajovacha Najanami Mahabhaga Param Karma Pavidhadhihi Bruhi Me Vimalam Jnanam Yena Muchyeya Karmabihi. The king replied, O great soul, Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. Gruheshu Kutadharmeshu Putradharadhanartadhihi Naparam Vindate Mudho Brahmyan Samsara Vartmasu. Those who are interested only in a so-called beautiful life, namely remaining a householder entangled by sons and wife and searching for wealth, think that such things are life's ultimate goal. Such people simply wander in different types of bodies throughout this material existence without finding out the ultimate goal of life. Narada Uvacha Bho Prajapate Rajan Pashun Pashyatvayadvare Samjnapitan Jiva Sangan Nirgrunena Sahasrashaha. The great saint Narada said, O ruler of the citizens, my dear king, please see in the sky those animals which you have sacrificed without compassion and without mercy in the sacrificial arena. Ye te tvam sampratikshante smaranto vaishasam tava samparetam ayah kutaish chindantyuttitamanyavaha. All these animals are awaiting your death so that they can avenge the injuries you have inflicted upon them. After you die, they will angrily pierce your body with iron horns. Atra te katayishyemum itihasam puratanam puranjanasya charitam nibodagadato mama. In this connection, I wish to narrate an old history connected with the character of a king called Puranjana. Please try to hear me with great attention. Asit Puranjano nama Raja Rajan Bruhachravaha Tasya Vijnana namasit Sakha Vijnata Cheshtitaha. My dear king, once in the past lived a king named Puranjana who was celebrated for his great activities. He had a friend named Avignata, the unknown one. No one could understand the activities of Avignata. Sonveshamana sharanam babhrama prithivim prabhuhu nanurupam yada vindad adbhutsa vimana iva. King Puranjana began to search for a suitable place to live, and thus he travelled all over the world. Even after a great deal of travelling, he could not find a place just to his liking. Finally, he became morose and disappointed. न साधु मे नेता सर्वा भूतले यावितिः पुरः कामान् कामयमानोऽसौ tasya tasyopapattaye. King Puranjana had unlimited desires for sense enjoyment. Consequently, he travelled all over the world to find a place where all his desires could be fulfilled. Unfortunately, he found a feeling of insufficiency everywhere. Saye kada himavato dakshинешвата sanushu dadarshanavirdvarbihi puram lakshita lakshanam. Once while wandering in this way, he saw on the southern side of the Himalayas, in a place named Bharatavarsha, India, a city that had 9 gates all about and was characterized by auspicious facilities. Prakaro pavanat tala parikairakshatoranaihi swarnaraupyayasaihi shrungaihi sankulam sarvato gruhaihi. That city was surrounded by walls and parks, and within it were towers, canals, windows, and outlets. The houses there were decorated with domes made of gold, silver, and iron. Neelaspatikaviduryam muktamarakatarunaihi kluptaharmyastalim deeptam shriya bhogavati. The floors of the houses in that city were made of sapphire, crystal, diamonds, pearls, emeralds, and rubies. Because of the luster of the houses in the capital, the city was compared to the celestial town named Bhogavati. Samachatvararatyabhir akridayatanaapanaihi chaityadvajapatakabhir yuktam vidrumavedibhi. In that city, there were many assembly houses, street crossings, streets, restaurants, gambling houses, markets, resting places, flags, festoons, and beautiful parks. All these surrounded the city. पुर्यास्तु बाह्योपवने दिव्यद्रुमलताकुले नदद्विहङ्गालिङ्कुल कोलाहलजलाशये. On the outskirts of that city were many beautiful trees and creepers encircling a nice lake. Also surrounding the lake were many birds, many groups of birds and bees, and they were always chanting and humming. Hima nirjara viprushmat kusumaakaravayuna chalat pravala vitapan alini tata sampadi. The branches of the trees standing on the bank of the lake received particles of water carried by the spring air from the falls coming down from the icy mountain. Nanaranyamrugavratais anabhade munivrataihi ahutam manyate panto yatra kokila kujitaihi. In such an atmosphere, even the animals of the forest became non-violent and non-envious, like great sages. Consequently, the animals did not attack anyone. Over and above everything was the cooing of the cuckoos. Any passenger passing along the path was invited by that atmosphere to take rest in that nice garden. Yadruchaya gatam tatra dhadarsha pramadottamam bhrutyair dashabhirayanti mekaikashatanayakaihi. While wandering here and there in the wonderful garden, King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying them. Panchashirshahina guptam pratiharena sarvataha अन्वेषमाणा मृषभा मप्रौढां कामरूपिणीम्. The woman was protected on all sides by a 5-hooded snake. She was very beautiful and young, and she appeared very anxious to find a suitable husband. Sunasam sudatim balam Sukapolam varananam samavinystakarnabhyam bhibratim kundalashriyam. The woman's nose, teeth and forehead were all very beautiful. Her ears were equally very beautiful and were bedecked with dazzling earrings. Pishanganivim sushronim Shyamam Kanakamekalam Padbhyam Kwanhadbhayam Chalatim Nupurair Devatamiva. The waist and the hips of the woman were very beautiful. She was dressed in a yellow sari with a golden belt. While she walked, her ankle bells rang. She appeared exactly like a denizen of heavens. Stanau vyanjita kaishorau samavruttau nirantarau vastrantena niguhantim vridaya gajagaminim. With the end of her sari, the woman was trying to cover her breasts, which were equally round and well placed side by side. She again and again tried to cover them out of shyness while she walked exactly like a great elephant. तामाह ललितं वीरः सव्रीडस्मितशोभनां स्निग्धेनापाङ्गपुङ्खेन स्पृष्टः प्रेमोद्भ्रमद्भ्रुवा. Puranjana, the hero, became attracted by the eyebrows and smiling face of a very beautiful girl and was immediately pierced by the arrows of her lustly desires. Puranjana, the hero, became attracted by the eyebrows and smiling face of the very beautiful girl and was immediately pierced by the arrows of her lustly desires. When she smiled shyly, she looked very beautiful to Puranjana, who, although a hero, could not refrain from addressing her. Katvam kanjapala shakshi kasyasiha kutah sati ima mupapurim bhuri kim jikirshasi shamsame. My dear lotus-eyed, kindly explain to me where you are coming from, who you are, and whose daughter you are. You appear very chaste. What is the purpose of your coming here? What are you trying to do? Please explain all these things to me. Kayete nupatayeta ekada ekadasha mahabhataha etavalalana susru koyam tehih purassaraha. My dear lotus-eyed, who are those 11 strong bodyguards with you, and who are those 10 specific servants? Who are those women following the 10 servants, and who is the snake that is preceding you? Tvam hrirbhavan yasyata vagramapatim vichinvati kim muni vadrahovane tvadangrikamatsamastakam kvah padmakoshah patitah karagrat. My dear beautiful girl, you are exactly like the goddess of fortune, or the wife of Lord Shiva, or the goddess of learning, the wife of Lord Brahma. Although you must be one of them, I see that you are loitering in this forest. Indeed, you are silent as the great sages. Is it that you are searching after your own husband? Whoever your husband may be, simply by understanding that you are so faithful to him, he will come to possess all opulences. I think you must be the goddess of fortune, but I do not see the lotus flower in your hand. Therefore, I am asking you where you have thrown that lotus. Nasam varorvan yatama bhuvaspruk purimimam veeravarena sakam arhasya lankartumadabhrakarmana lokam param shriva yajna pumsa. O greatly fortunate one, it appears that you are none of the women I have mentioned, because I see that your feet are touching the ground. But if you are some woman on this planet, you can, like the goddess of fortune who accompanied by Lord Vishnu increases the beauty of Vaikuntha planets, also increase the beauty of this city by associating with me. You should understand that I am a great hero and a very powerful king on this planet. Yadesha mapanga vikanditendriyam savrida bhavasmita vibramadbruva त्वयोपसृष्टो भगवान् मनोभवः प्रभादते तानुगृहाण शोभने गृहाण शोभने. Certainly, your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. Your smile, which is full of shyness but at the same time lusty, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Therefore, O beautiful, O most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me. Tvadananam सुरातलोचनं व्यालम्बिनीलालकवृन्दसंवृतम् उन्नीय मे दर्शय वल्गुवाचकं यद्वीडया नाभिमुखं शुचिस्मिते. Oh dear girl, your face is so beautiful with your nice eyebrows and eyes and with your bluish hair scattered about. In addition, very sweet sounds are coming from your mouth. Nonetheless, you are so covered and shy with shyness that you do not see me face to face. I therefore request you, my dear girl, to smile and kindly raise your head to see me. नारद उवाच इत्थं पुरञ्जनं नारी याचमानमधीरवत् अभ्यनन्तदतं वीरं हसन्ति वीरमोहिता. Narada continued, My dear king, when Puranjana became so attracted and impatient to touch the girl and enjoy her, the girl also became attracted by his words and accepted his request by smiling. By this time she was certainly attracted by the king. Navidamavayam samyak kartaram purusharbha atmanascha parasyapi gotram nama cha yatkrutam. The girl said, O best of the human beings, I do not know who has begotten me. I cannot speak to you perfectly about this, nor do I know the names or origin of the associates with me. Ihadya santamatmanam vidamana tatah param yeneyam nirmita veera puri sharanam atmanah. O great hero, we only know that we are existing in this planet. We only know that we are existing in this place. We do not know what will come after. Indeed, we are so foolish that we do not care to understand who has created this beautiful place for our residence. Ye te sakhaya sakyo me naraнаryascha manadha suptayam maijat garhi nagoyam palayan purim. My dear gentlemen, all these men and women with me are known as my friends, and the snake who always remains awake protects this city even during my sleeping hours. So much I know. I do not know anything beyond this. Dishtya gatosi bhadram te gramyan kamanabhipsase udvahishyami tam steham swabandhubira rindama. O killer of the enemy, you have somehow or the other come here. There is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. You have a great desire to satisfy your senses, and all my friends, and I shall try our best. And all my friends and I shall try our best in all respects to fulfill your desires. Imam tvamaditishtasva purim navamukhim vibho mayopanitan gruhnanaha Kamabhogan shatam samaha. My dear Lord, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all kinds of sense gratification. You may live here for 100 years and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. Kam tu tvadhanyam ramaye ह्यरतिज्ञमकोविदम् असम्परायाभिमुख्यम् अश्वस्तनविदं पशुम् अस्त्वस्तनविदं पशुम्. How can I accept to unite with others who are neither conversant about sex nor capable of knowing how to enjoy life while living or after death? Such foolish persons are like animals because they do not know the process of sense enjoyment in this life and after death. Dharme ह्यत्रार्थकामौ च प्रजानन्दो भृतं यशः लोकाविशोकाविरजा यान्ने केवलिनो विदुः. The woman continued, in this material world, a householder's life brings all kinds of happiness in religion, economic development, sense gratification, and the begetting of children, sons and grandsons. After that, one may desire liberation as well as material reputation. The householder can appreciate the results of sacrifices which enable him to gain protection to the superior planetary systems. All this material happiness is practically unknown to the transcendentalists. They cannot even imagine such happiness. पितृदेवर्षिमर्त्यानां भूतानाम् आत्मनश्चः क्षेमं वदन्ति शरणं भवेस्मिन् यद्गुहाश्रमः. The woman continued, according to the authorities, the householder's life is pleased not only to oneself but to all the forefathers, demigods, great sages, saintly persons, and everyone else. A householder's life is thus beneficial. Kanamavirvikyatam vadanyam priyadarshanam navruneeta priyam praptam madrushi twadrusham patim. O my hero, who in this world will not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten. Kasya manaste bhuvi bhogi bhogayoho striyana sajjed bhujayor mahabhuja योनातवर्गादिमलं दृणोद्दतस् मितावलोकेन चरत्यपोहितुम्. O mighty armed, who in this world will not be attracted by your arms, which are just like the bodies of serpents? Actually, you believe the distress of husbandless women like us. Actually, you relieve the distress of husbandless women like us, and by your attractive smile and your aggressive mercy. Actually, you relieve the distress of husbandless women like us by your attractive smile and your aggressive mercy. We think that you are traveling on the surface of the earth just to benefit us only. Narada Uvacha इति तौ दम्पती तत्र समुद्य समयं मितः तां प्रविश्य पुरीं राजन् मुमुधाते shatam samaha. The great sage Narada continued, my dear king, Those two, the man and the woman, supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered the city and enjoyed life for 100 years. Upagi, upagीयमानो ललितं तत्र तत्र च गायकैः क्रीडन् परिवृतः ह्रादिनीमाविशच्चुचौ. Many professional singers used to sing about the glories of King Puranjana and his glorious activities. When it was too hot in the summer, he used to enter a reservoir of water. He would surround himself with many women and enjoy their company. उपगीयमानो ललितं तत्र तत्र च गायकैः क्रीडन् परिवृतः श्रीभिर्हृदिनीमाविशच्चुचौ. Many professional singers used to sing about the glories of King Puranjana and his glorious activities. When it was too hot in summer, he used to enter a reservoir of water. He would surround himself with many women and enjoy their company. सप्तोपरिकृताद्वारः पुरस्तस्यास्तु द्वे अधः पृथग्विषयगत्यर्थं तस्यां यः कश्चनेश्वरः. Of the 9 gates in the city, 7 were on the surface and 2 were subterranean. A total of 9 doors were constructed and those led to different places. All the gates were used by the city's governor. Panchadvarastu paurastya dakshinaika tatottara paschame dve amusham te namani nrupak varnaye. My dear king, of the 9 doors, 5 led towards the eastern side, 1 led towards the northern side, and 1 led towards southern side, and 2 led towards the western side. I shall try to give you the names of these different donors. स्वद्योताविर्मुखी च प्राग् द्वारावेकत्र निर्मिते बिभ्राजितं जनपदं यातिताभ्यां द्रुमत्सकः. The 2 gates named Khadyota and Avirmukhi were situated facing the eastern side, but they were constructed in one place. Through those 2 gates, the king used to go to the city of Vibhrajita, accompanied by a friend whose name was Dhyuman. Nalini नालिनी च प्राग् द्वारावे कत्र निर्मिते अवधूतसकस्ताभ्यां विषयं याति सौरभम्. Similarly, in the east, there were two sets of gates named Nalini and Nalini, and these were constructed in one place. Through these gates, the king, accompanied by a friend named Avadhuta, used to go to the city of Saurabha. मुख्या नाम पुरस्ताद्वास् तया पाणबहूदनौ विषयो याति पुरगाढ संज्ञाविपणान्वितः. रसज्ञाविपणान्वितः विषयो याति पुरगाढ रसज्ञाविपणान्वितः. The fifth gate, situated on the eastern side, was named Mukhya, or the chief. Through this gate, accompanied by his friends named Rasagna and Vipana, he used to visit two places named Bahudana and Apana. Pitruhu nrupapuryaद्वार dakshinena puranjanaha rashtram dakshina panchalam gyati shrutadharanvitaha. The southern gate of the city was known as Pitruhu, and through that gate King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Srutadhara. Devahurnama puryadva uttarena puranjanaha rashtramuttara panchalam yati shrutadharanvitaha. On the northern side was a gate named Devahu. Through that gate, King Puranjana used to go with his friend Srutadhara to the place known as Uttara Panchala. Asuri nama panchadvas tayayati Puranjanaha gramakam nama vishayam dhurmadena samanvitaha. On the western side was a gate named Asuri. Through that gate, King Puranjana used to go to the city of Gramaka, accompanied by his friend Durmada. Nirutirnama paschadvas tayayati Puranjanaha vaishasam nama vishayam lubdakena samanvitaha. Another gate on the western side was known as Niruti. Puranjana used to go through this gate to the place known as Vaishasha, accompanied by his friend Lubdaka. Andhavamisham Pauranam Nirvakpeshaskruta Akshanvata madhipatistabhyam yati karoti cha. Of the many inhabitants of this city, there were two persons named Nirvak and Pasaskrit. Although the king Puranjana was the ruler of the citizens who possessed eyes, he fortunately used to associate with these blind men. Accompanied by them, he used to go there and here and there and perform various activities. Sayajñantah puragato vishuchina samanvitaha soham prasadam harshava yati jayatmajodbhavam. Sometimes he used to go to his private home with one of his chief servants who was named Vishuchina. At that time, illusion, satisfaction, and happiness used to be produced from his wife and children. Ekam karmasu samsaktah kamatma vanchito buddha Mahishi yadyadhiheta tattadevan vavartata. Being thus entangled in different types of mental concoction and engaged in fruitive activities, King Puranjana came completely under the control of material intelligence and was thus cheated. Indeed, he used to fulfill all desires of his wife, the queen. क्वचित् पिबन्त्यां पिबति मदिरा क्वचित् पिबन्त्यां पिबति मदिरां मदविह्वलः अश्नन्त्यां क्वचिदश्नाति जक्षत्यां सह जक्षिति क्वचित् गायति गायन्त्यां रुदन्त्यां रुदति क्वचिदसन्त्यां हसति जल्पति क्वचिद्धावति धावन्त्यां तिष्ठन्त्यामनुतिष्ठति अनुशेते शयानायाम् अन्वास्ते क्वचिदासतीं क्वचिच्छृणोति शृण्वन्त्यां पश्यन्त्यामनुपश्यति क्वचिज्जिघ्रति जिघ्रन्त्यां स्पृशन्त्यां स्पृशति क्वचिच्च शोचतीं जायाम् अनुशोचति दीनवत् अनुहृष्यति हृष्यन्त्यां मुदितामनुमोदते. When the queen drank liquor, the king Puranjana also engaged in drinking. When the queen dined, he used to dine with her, and when she chewed, the king Puranjana used to chew along with her. When the queen sang, he also sang. Similarly, when the queen cried, he also cried, and when the queen laughed, he also laughed. When the queen talked loosely, he also talked loosely, and when the queen walked, the king walked behind her. When the queen would stand still, the king would also stand still, and when the queen lay down in the bed, he would also follow and lie down with her. When the queen sat, he would also sit, and when the queen heard something, he would follow her to hear the same thing. When the queen saw something, the king would also look at it, and when the queen smelled something, the king would follow her to smell the same thing. When the queen touched something, the king would also touch it, and when the dear queen was lamenting, the poor king also had to follow his lamentation. In the same way, when the queen felt enjoyment, he also enjoyed, and when the queen was satisfied, the king also felt satisfaction. विप्रलब्धो महिष्यैवं सर्वप्रकृतिवञ्चितः नेच्छन्ननुकरोत्यज्ञः क्लैब्यात् क्रीडामृगो यथा. In this way, King Puranjana was captivated by his 9 wives and thus cheated. Indeed, he became cheated in his whole existence in the material world. Even against the poor foolish king's desire, he remained under the control of his wife, just like a pet animal that dances according to the order of its master. Thus ends the chapter entitled The Descriptions of the Characteristics of King Puranjana. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।